Welcome everyone. So, this is November. We made it to fall and to our holiday season. This evening we're going to be talking again about animals and pets and how that translates into image and identity. If you recall, we talked a little bit about that the last time we met. During our Healthy Neighborhood Summit, we had the Humane Society with us. This evening, we have our guest presenter, Laura Groves, from the Altercare Clinic. We have Laura Groves with us this evening. This is Laura. Laura, this is everyone. We're going to do a little bio here. We don't be embarrassed. We want to celebrate your accomplishments and what you're doing in our wonderful city. Laura Groves is the founder and director of the Altercare Clinic Animal Care. Laura leads a team of 29 staff members who provide services for the spay and neuter of cats and dogs, both owned and unowned, in Northeast Ohio and beyond. Before starting Altercare Clinic in 2017, Laura worked in a diverse range of organizations. You ready? This is a lot, including Bremen Healthcare. She was a medical records director. She also worked for People to People Ministry. She was a project coordinator there, and for St. Michael's Lutheran Church, and she was their secretary. Laura's varied background in nonprofits, medical records, and caring for residents in long-term care provided a strong foundation for finding her way into the animal care and rescue world. Always passionate about animals and veterinary care, Laura, a longtime caretaker and then an empty nester, discovered that for the first time she could choose to do something she wanted to do. But what could that have been? A good friend asked her what she used to do and what she used to do and play when she was a child. And the answer was none other than veterinarian. And so the seed for the Altercare Clinic was planted. With no formal education or money and nothing but determination, but with the help of another nonprofit organization called SCORE, Altercare Clinic began with the official first day of surgery on October the 2nd, 2018. Please help me welcome Laura Groves. So Laura, please share with us a little bit, a little more detail on how the organization began. In your own words, I mean, wonderful bio, but tell us a little bit.
Well, I will start, let's see, let's find a good starting point. I guess it was 2015 that I had left the job I was at, which was People to People Ministries in Worcester, Ohio. It's a nonprofit that offers free clothing, food, financial assistance, etc. And I was their project coordinator, where we would design projects for back to school and Christmas. We served like 16, there was the one year we served 1,600 children that we prepared a complete Christmas morning for each one of those children. And then for the back to school project, we probably, I think our high point was like 850, 900 children that would receive all of their clothing, school supplies, new shoes, those kind of things. So, excuse me, so I think that was a good preparation for me to think of projects in a bigger way as opposed to just a small project. Anyhow, after I decided to leave there, and my son went to college. I don't know why they do that, because then all of a sudden I found myself with not a whole lot to do and quite a bit of time on my hands. And that's when I discovered that I could do whatever I wanted to. I had taken care of people my whole life. I'd taken care of something or someone my whole life. So I didn't really feel like I had an opportunity to pursue higher education. And I always let that hold me back, that I did not have a degree. And so I was looking for something that I could do that I felt good about and not necessarily need a lot of education. I was 55 years old. You know, by the time I got to
Still
school,
young.
you would think so. You would think so. But I was 55 years old and did not necessarily want to pursue school at that point. So I was looking for something I didn't need it for. And that's when my good friend asked me what it is I enjoyed doing when I was a child. And she told me, she said, that is where your true joy was. When you were a child and you could play whatever you wanted to play, you got to choose what made you happy. And my brother and I played veterinarian and zookeeper on this 40-acre hobby farm that we had. And there was not, no barn cat went unbandaged. And,
Wow.
and no swamp toads escaped the bucket, you know, of the zookeeper's display bucket. So that was kind of what I enjoyed doing. And then you fast forward, a family, raising children. When I worked at St. Michael's, that was a way to keep me busy while my young child grew and developed. And then, excuse me, and then that's when I had to get serious about what it is I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Because nobody needed me to take care of them anymore. So I'm like, all right, I can take care of animals. And pursued, again, didn't have any money. You know, we're just some middle class, living paycheck to paycheck kind of folks. And so I didn't have any money. All I had was time and this dream that I didn't even tell my family about at first, because I didn't think they would think I was not thinking clearly. So started to look for money and found out that you could be a director at a spay and neuter clinic that was designed or kind of guided by the ASPCA. They had some grant money available for medical equipment. With the help of the SCORE program, I was able to acquire one of those grants for the medical equipment, but you know, I needed somewhere to put them. So we ended up getting our equipment, finding our staff. I closed on the building after a long search for the right building. We closed on the building on August 28th of 2018. I had about $25,000 in the bank that was cash available, and I had to get the building open. We had to start doing business because I had to make money to pay payroll. And so we opened the building and did our first surgeries on that October 2nd. So
Is this the same location that some of us are familiar with?
it is the one right across the root beer stand.
Okay.
This is Altercare Animal Care. In the meantime, I do also have Alter Attic Resale Shop that is at 9th and Shady Side. That is a resale shop that takes in donations of household items and other odds and ends. We've done a lot of remodeling, by the way. You all should stop in if you haven't been there for a while. But the funds that we gather from that resale shop go to help support the TNR project at Alter Clinic. So.
Now, the clinic is on Fulton,
Yes.
and across town is where the resale shop
yes,
is.
that is correct.
And that you said it's on the
9th and Shady Side.
9th and Shady Side, and that's southwest?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
Awesome. So, working and managing both locations.
It's interesting.
So, I know that we all heard the intro and your account for how this wonderful organization began. So give us what the mission, I mean, like encapsulated all of that great stuff into like a mission statement.
Mission statement. I can't recite the entire mission statement, but when I am making my decisions, my decision making, because we're a nonprofit, Alter Clinic is a nonprofit, when I'm making my decisions or helping guide one of the staff members through a decision-making process, I always tell them it's people over paperwork, mission over money, always. So if we have an animal that comes to us, and we do occasionally, although we focus on spay and neuter, occasionally we have, that animal will have an illness that kind of falls under the umbrella of spay and neuter. But it's more expensive, and sometimes they're sent to us from local emergency hospitals, and some in Akron and Copley. They send clients to us who fall under that umbrella but can't necessarily pay their bill. That's where the money from the resale shop comes in, because I can do mission over money. If I can help them, then we're going to help their animal in a way, because the connection between a pet and a person, I don't know if any of you have pets, but that relationship keeps people going sometimes. And sometimes it even keeps people alive.
Very therapeutic and...
Absolutely. I go home every day and I hug my dogs and I know the world's okay.
Now, earlier you mentioned the acronym ASPCA.
Yes.
What does that stand for?
That is the
I'm sorry, it's not a test.
Yeah, that's your national ASPCA group, American, somebody help me out here.
Is that an invention of cruelty to animals?
There you go. I just ASPCA. I just didn't know exactly what they stood for, or what the letter stood for, but I know that the ASPCA, everybody knows them. We also do follow a lot of guidance from Best Friends. Best Friends is another animal group that kind of is in the western part of the country. ASPCA sort of focuses on the eastern part of the country, although they are coming together as they are peppering the country with these spay and neuter clinics in an effort to reduce that overpopulation.
Now, are you certified through ASPCA, or is there a designation? I noticed it's on your website.
It is. That is part of responsibilities for using their money.
Okay.
Although we no longer get any funding from them, we still receive guidance from them when we ask for it. They have a training camp in North Carolina that is trying hard to reopen after the pandemic. And we had gone down there for training in 2019, but I want to send my staff again. It's mostly new staff at this point, but yes, they offer us training. They offer us protocols, procedures. If we have a problem we don't understand, or a veterinarian has questions or needs help, we can call them, and they have all the experts that will help us out.
So the clinic is also, you're a veterinarian. It's a veterinarian clinic.
It is a veterinary clinic that we do not offer full service.
Okay.
So you can't go in there and get an x-ray on your dog who maybe has a hip problem. We have, oh boy, it just keeps growing. We started out in October of 18 doing 12 to 15 surgeries 2 times a week. Okay.
Like minor type surgery?
Just the spay and neuter. Just spay and neuter. We currently are doing between 50, and depending on trapped cats that come in, between 50 and 90 animals per day, 5 days a week. Yeah, it does get to be a lot sometimes.
That's why you have 29 staff members.
That is exactly why we have 29 staff members.
Wait, you said how many?
Between 50 and 90, depending on the number of trapped cats that come into us.
And that's per week?
That is per day.
Per day.
Yes.
Now, for those of us who are not familiar, can you tell us what the difference is between spay and neuter?
Spaying is what you would do for your female cats or female dogs. Neutering is what you would do for your male cats or male dogs. We now also offer, we have a whole T in our wing, trap, neuter, return, for your free-roaming cats anywhere really. We have cats that come to us once a week from Pennsylvania, twice a month from Muskingum County, so we get trapped cats from all over the place. There was just recently, we took in over 100 cats on a Monday. Trapped cats. So we have this wing designated just to serve for those cats who don't have owners. Then we have our spay and neuter side, where if you own a pet or you own a cat or a dog, you can make an appointment and bring your animal in for spay and neuter. At the same time, you can receive vaccinations for them. And a lot of other services that you can find on our website. And the best news that we've had this week is beginning December 4th, we have a new doctor coming on, and she is going to provide nothing but wellness care 5 days a week from 8 to 3. Wellness care being vaccinations, skin issues. Again, that's on our website. And you can make any of your appointments right online. It's really simple to do it right online.
Now, what is the average cost if you wanted to have your animals spayed or neutered?
Okay, well, let's talk cats because it's less complicated. With dogs, there's some weight charges involved. But a male cat costs $55 to have it neutered, and a female cat is $65. If we get into dogs, the smaller the dog, the less it costs because there's less anesthesia involved, et cetera, less medication. So we're going to say a female dog, the base rate for a female dog is $120. The base rate for a male dog is $100, as opposed to other prices that I've heard ranging up in the hundreds of dollars. A male cat, $300 in other places. So we can, and to be honest with you, the clients that we see are probably not going to be able to go to the other places that charge a little more because that's just out of the price range. So the animals don't get spayed or neutered, which is what we want to do to reduce that population. So we have to make it reasonably priced so that people can afford to bring their animals to us, and we can help reduce that overpopulation. So that's our main goal.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for explaining the services and all of what you do. I think we're all kind of shocked at the
Yeah.
the number. The number.